What's up, guys? Winter Kills here, bringing you another post-commentary duel video. You guys seem to like these, so I'm going to go ahead and keep posting them. So yeah, we got Performage Shaddoll versus Performage Nekroz. We got Performage Shaddoll over on the Star Eater mat, and on the other mat, we got Performage Nekroz. If you guys want to see the profile of Performage Nekroz player, you can just look in the description. The link should be there. But as for the Shaddoll player, I can get a profile up soon for those of you interested. It is a popular deck right now. Very, very strong. One of the best decks of the format, so I'll try to get a profile up soon. It's my brother versus my friend. And another thing I want to mention is I don't have Shaddoll. I don't have that much Shaddoll up on my channel, just because my brother is the only one who plays it. Oliver, my friend on the right, actually just built the deck again. He did play it after it first came out, but then got rid of it. But yeah, you have that much Shaddoll on my channel. I don't know why, but bringing you guys some Shaddoll for today. So as you can see, Performage Nekroz player opened up with a Mathematician into Herald play, then passing. We'll have the Max C in turn 1, but then he had the Book of Moon, and it's led to this field. And the Nekroz player summoning Manju. It's going to go grab any Nekroz monster. You can grab Bryo for Shurit. Probably going to make a cycle play. And then he will summon, I believe, back Bryo. I'm not sure, but the Shaddoll player is going to end up chaining El Shaddoll for another construct. Now this seems like a really bad play at first, because you're like, why would he make a second construct when he's just gonna summon the Bryo out of grave just to bounce both of them back? Well, he's not that stupid. He does have a set breakthrough skill, I'm pretty sure, and he's obviously gonna go for that tempting Bryo double bounce, which is such a huge play in this matchup. And I don't know whether or not he did it to bait the effect or not. I wouldn't have made the play personally, because he didn't even target what he wanted to summon, but he does have the breakthrough skill to stop that. So he will not be bouncing the constructs, and he cannot get over them. But he's going to activate Mirror, banish Shurit for the Trish. Trish will banish the Squamata out of his hand. I think he's going to banish either the Falco. Yep, Falco out of grave. Oh, he'll banish a set Falco on the field, and he'll get rid of a breakthrough skill. Not a bad choice. But I don't think Trish or Bryo is going to be able to get over the construct. Then he'll attack into the Trish. He'll chain an Elfuse to go into the third construct. So running out of fuel here. And then he'll add 2 fusions back. He'll add Shaddoll and L. So he's running low on constructs. That's his last one. And you only got checks and windows left in the deck. And then he's going to normal summon Thunder King over there on the Nekroz player side. He'll give him back his last construct and swing in for 4,700. Not looking too good for the Shaddoll player, but he'll summon a Mathematician. Very good draw right now in this moment. Definitely going to gain some advantage off of it, so he's going to send the Squamata. Squamata is going to trigger to send another Shaddoll. Definitely going to send that beast to get a draw. See if he can grab anything he needs. And he'll pick up a Shaddoll fusion, which he already had. But the Nekroz player did foolishly go into the extra deck. And now he's going to get some stupid advantage off of that to be able to fuse some deck. That's the one thing playing against Shaddoll you don't want them to be able to do, is to fuse from deck. Because they can literally grab anything they want to make a construct, which is usually going to end up ruining your day. Because construct is pretty much their best play, because it allows them to net so much advantage, even if they can fuse from deck. And then construct sends another card for you as well. So I believe Squamata sended a cord, add back the fusion. Damage Juggler, search, and all of that jazz. So now he's got this construct and a Mathematician from nowhere. all thanks to the Castell he left on his side of the field. It would have been a lot nicer in a perfect world if he had a Valk just distributed away after using its effect. He will crash Mathematician into Castell for 500 and then draw a card and run over the Trish with the Construct, and then chaining El Shaddoll Fusion for Mathematician and Squamata into a Shek. And that will be able to negate any special summon monster on his side of the field, unless, of course, the Nekroz player drops a Unicorn. But his Mathematician will get Valored, so that's going to stop him from sending a Damage Juggler, preferably. Or perhaps, oh no, he already used up his Glow-Up Bulb, so yeah. Not going to be able to get that search off the Damage Juggler. He'll crash his Castell to get rid of it so he can't fuse from deck anymore, and then he'll crash his Mathematician to get that draw. And so it's Shaddoll's player turn. He's got the Effect Valor Engrave, so he could rip a BLS at any moment. He's got the Light Fodder. He's got the Dark Fodder. He's going to see a Foolish come down. It's going to send a Shaddoll Beast. He's going to give him one draw. What's that lucky draw going to be? And it's BLS. Would you look at that with a Hat Tricker, and that's going to be game over. Alright, so here we are at game 2. I believe the Nekroz player will be opting to go second as per usual. As you can see over there in the top left, both players have sided out Vanity's Emptiness. Just something they like to do. Makes the game a little less boring, because sometimes a Vanity's Emptiness can just end the game. I personally think the card shouldn't be legal anymore, but that's just my opinion. However, that opinion is subject to change. But the Shaddoll player did not open up too well. As you can see, we got 3 set back row and, of course, a set monster, which we all know is probably a Shaddoll monster. Wouldn't be setting any Mathematicians, obviously. And we're going to open up Manju with his classic Kaleidoscope Unicorn. Herald play. Jokingly flips up his other Emptiness in his side deck. So he's going to go ahead and get a search off the Herald now, after a very standard Nekroz first turn. Always involving a Manju, always involving the Unicorn. He's going to go ahead and grab Cycle off Herald. Probably going to go for a bigger play, or at least a setup for next turn. Unicorn is going to attack into a Shaddoll Hedgehog, and it's going to trigger its effect to grab a Shaddoll spell or trap from deck to hand. Pretty sure that's its flip effect. I could be wrong. And I believe he's going to add Shaddoll Fusion, and then he'll take 14 from the Manju. Just kidding, Damage Juggler. And now he will draw for turn. Activate Damage Juggler's effect to add any Performage card from deck to hand. He's going to go grab the Hat Tricker, which is live at the moment. There is 2 monsters currently on the field. He'll go for the Mind Control to take the Unicorn to make the Anointless, but it's not going to go through because he does have the Trish to negate that targeting effect. And if he did steal that Unicorn, it would have been game over because the Anointless would pretty much win the game from there. So that's going to end up stopping his play, because he does have the probably the fodder needed to end up making the Anointless. But after passing, the Nekroz player will swing in with the Unicorn and the Manju, and then passing back. Obviously not opening too well either after that first turn play. Now it is time for the Shaddoll player to make a move. After getting shut down at the Anointless attempt. You see in his hand we've got Shaddoll Fusion, a Hat Tricker, and a Shaddoll card. So it looks like he's going to go, looks like a beast. So he's going to go for the Shek. He could have also special summon Hat Tricker, set the beast, and tried to play things out that way. But he will summon the Shek instead and run over the Unicorn, I believe. Oh, nope. Valk has something else to say about that. So he's going to pass turn there, not being able to do anything. Currently, Shek's effects are negated, so he's free to do anything over there on the Nekroz side. Attributing Shuret going for the Trish play. Will it go through or not? The Shaddoll player does play 3 copies of Breakthrough Skill in the main deck, and is a very good card to be main decking right now. Just specifically because Trish, Ritual, and or Synchro are both running rampant, and it helps stop Norden plays, which can be devastating. I think Effect Negation at the moment is probably as good as it's going to get this format. I definitely agree with maining Breakthrough Skill or some sort of Effect Negation. So he's going to chain El Shaddoll Fusion, getting rid of his Shek and his Squamata. I believe he wants to try to establish some sort of board, even though the Nekroz player is still going to end up trishing him regardless. So Trish is going to end up resolving first, as he's telling him. Trish is going to have to resolve before Squamata can. So he's going to banish the Winda, the Shaddoll Fusion out of hand, and I believe he banishes the Shek. Okay. Now Squamata will resolve, and then sure, it's going to go grab something for him. Bryo will grab Unicorn, and I believe he pitches Unicorn for Valk out of grave. So he's going to send the Falco, obviously. Falco will not get the flip effect because you can only use one of his effects per turn. And then he'll add back the El Shaddoll Fusion off the Construct, or off the Shek, I should say, that he sacrificed to make that Winda. So what did he gain out of that play? He gained a Fusion and a Falco, deck thinned a little bit. It was an okay play. I don't know, some of you might tell me that it was a horrible play. We'll find out, I guess. So Unicorn into Falco, and then Manju and Trish will swing directly, leaving him in Cowboy range, and that will be game 2. The Performage Nekroz taking game 2. We'll head into game 3 in just a moment here, once the video cuts to game 3. So obviously side decking, keeping the vanities out, keeping it clean, I should say. So yeah, game 3, started the video a little late, but the Nekroz player opened up turn 1 with Mathematician Glow Up Bulb, and all that stuff. As you can see, ending with a Herald after Maxi was chained on the Shaddoll player's side, normaling the Dragon just to get over that problem card before he wants to do any other plays. He'll search off Herald, adding Bryonic, then activating Foolish, obviously waiting to get rid of the Herald before doing so. He's going to opt to send Damage Juggler at first, but I believe he's going to change his mind here in a second, realizing that that doesn't do too much for him in his hand. So he's going to have to change targets for Foolish, sending Trick Clown instead, taking 1,000 damage to summon it back, and I believe exceeding into Abyss Dweller, stopping his plays. He does have the option to use a Mirror Search this turn, but obviously that will be shut down. Another play, I mean, if the Shaddoll player could have made it, my brother could have made that play, was to go into Dweller first before attacking the Herald. I don't think that was an option. I think he would have done that in the first place, but he's going to go ahead and pitch the Bryonac that he searched off Herald last turn. I don't know if you guys saw, but at the bottom of the deck he had Retaliating Sea, so that is a card that he sided in. I think both players sided in Retaliating Sea. It's just such a good card. Not only the fact that it's a walking macro, but it's so helpful in a matchup against either Shaddoll or Nekroz. So he's going to go cycle, discarding the Shurit for Bryonac. I believe Shurit will still get its effect because it has to be tributed. It does not matter whether or not it hits the grave. As long as it's tributed by the card effect of Cycle, he can still search. And then he's going to have Prep Rights, which will pretty much seal the deal right there. I don't think the Abyss Dweller can do too much at this point to save him. He does have the Trick Clown under the Dweller that could get him an extra monster on board if needed, but it will only end up to him taking more damage, so it's necessarily not worth it. So he's going to Breakthrough Skill the Trish to stop from losing more cards, but he's just going to Special Summon Hat Tricker, normal Damage Juggler, not use the Trick Clown effect because, like I said, it just wouldn't matter at that point. He'd be so low in life points, especially with the field that he already had on the Nekroz side. So that's going to be it. Nekroz will win Game 3 in a crushing victory, ending in an OTK-like fashion. So that's been it for this, guys. Hope you enjoyed. Like I said, if you want to see the Nekroz players deck list, I will leave a link to the last deck profile I did, which was of that deck list. You can check it out in the description. Also, if you guys want to see the Performage Shaddoll deck profile, I can try to get that up as soon as possible. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed. And don't forget to subscribe if you already have. Your support's greatly appreciated. And as always, WinnerKill is signing out, and we'll see you in the next one.